Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more DioField Chronicles, and I've been reading through some of the things in the library about some of these people to try and piece some things together. So there's a couple things that I've kind of just refreshed my memory on, and it's me trying to piece together clues to whatever mystery of what might be going on behind the scenes. I feel like there's going to be a twist coming in this game. So, Rhaegal Shatham. The Shatham family is the royal line right now. So he's the 11th king of Alletain. Throughout his long reign, he has been praised as a wise ruler, but in recent years his health has been in decline, and there are rumors that he is near death. Before Rhaegal took the throne, Alletain was run by a corrupt lord's council, and it was a nation where only those from the grandest noble houses were allowed to prosper. Upon his ascension, Rhaegal radically reformed the government in an attempt to cleanse it of corruption. He organized trade unions and introduced commercial regulations, after which the standard of living in the kingdom improved. Rhaegal was therefore beloved by his people, but the aristocracy, who had profited from the corruption of the previous government, became increasingly dissatisfied. He has 4 sons and 1 daughter. Okay, and we know about 2 of those sons. One of them is Levantia, who is supposedly dead, and one of them is Ivangar, who just died. So Ivangar is the next one in line. So Rhaegal is on his deathbed, but he's not dead quite yet. Ivangar was supposed to succeed him. The eldest son of King Rhaegal, his mother was the first queen, and it is generally thought that he will make a great king when his time comes to ascend to the throne. He possesses the same charisma, intelligence, and military mind as his father, and is equally loved by his subjects. However, there are many in the royal government who resent his success and who bear him ill will. Probably a lot of the people who don't like Rhaegal, right? So there seems to be a force within Alletain that does not like this family and wants them dead, which plays into Levantia here in a minute, I think. In addition to all of his fine qualities, he bears the Mark of the Blessed, which affirms his right to rule. So this Mark of the Blessed means that they have the right to rule. I don't know if there's more to that. Maybe we'll see if we can find in the documents list something about this mark, see if it's inherited genetically, if it's something more magical maybe that will move from person to person or something like that. But Levantia also had this Mark of the Blessed, which means that he would have been in line after Ivangar, apparently. So Levantia Shatham, the 4th son of the current king of Alletain, Rhaegal Shatham, and the 3rd queen, Stella, he was an intelligent, warm young man who enjoyed studying and reading. He was also very sociable and generally well-liked. In his youth, people often remarked on his resemblance to King Rhaegal, in spite of him being beset by illness for much of his childhood and having generally poor health. His biggest hero was his older brother, the Crown Prince Ivangar. He was sent to live in Leicestershire at the age of 10 as part of his princely education. He traveled with Andrias, who was his chamberlain at the time, and whilst there, he met and befriended Fredret, who was of a similar age. Assassins visited Leicestershire soon after, and Levantia was killed. Now, in the first cutscene, it said that Levantia was sent there secretly, and that there was this air of unease about the whole ordeal. So I think that the Shathams knew that maybe Levantia was being targeted by some of these people who didn't like the king and didn't like their family, or maybe it's an inter-family conflict, I don't know. Maybe some of the other siblings wanted him dead, because, well, he bore the Mark of the Blessed and was therefore likely to have been next in line after Ivangar. So I don't see why Ivangar would have a reason to want him dead, but maybe the other siblings do. There are apparently 2 other brothers and 1 sister, and so those 2 other brothers may have wanted the throne instead, and I don't know. I have no idea. We have no idea who the other Shathams are at this point. They're not in our list. We haven't met them, heard of them, anything. So, he had the mark, and in the opening cutscene, he was assassinated, and he definitely had that mark on him, which leads you to believe that it probably was Levantia, right? I don't know if this Mark of the Blessed is something that could be faked. It kind of looks like a weird, shiny crystal in their hand almost. But I don't know. Andrias was traveling with him for a long time in secret, and they were trying to hide him away at Fredret's estate. And Fredret's family got killed because of it, and that's what led all of them to end up as mercenaries here, is Fredret and Andrias escaped after this assassination. Now, here's something that might be happening. Now, we just saw that cutscene in the last episode, right? And it was Andreas kind of narrating the story of meeting Fredret and whatnot, and how he like felt at ease once he met Fredret. But he definitely presents it as him being Andreas and Levantia, but here's the thing. Andreas being his chamberlain and them traveling in secret and trying to be a little bit stealthy, I'm wondering if Levantia was actually in hiding. In other words, his chamberlain and him may have switched places, in which case when he met Fredret as Andreas, even though he might have been Levantia himself. So what I'm trying to say is that I think that there's a possibility that this is Levantia, and that the Chamberlain was the one that was murdered. What that would require is that they faked the Mark of the Blessed, and that underneath this guy's gauntlets, he has the mark himself as well. What do we think? Do we think that's a possibility? I think that that's a distinct possibility. That this is actually Levantia. And that he met Fredret posing as Andreas and has basically either kept that secret, or maybe Fredret actually does know the truth and has kept the secret. Who knows which is true? I think this might be Levantia, though. Let's see if in documents, Mark of the Blessed, is it on here? Yes, okay. Legends say that the first king of the Shatham dynasty was the son of a shepherd who discovered he had an exceptional aptitude for ancient sorcery. He apparently used that power to pacify the nation, forming the Kingdom of Alletain after defeating the local barbarians. And see, you can kind of see the crystals that are like embedded in the hand. That's the mark. He apparently used that power to pacify the nation, forming the Kingdom of Alletain. It was during this great conflict that he sacrificed his life force in order to cast a spell of great power, and in so doing, caused the Mark of the Blessed to appear on his arm. Subsequently, the mark has appeared on some, but not all, of his descendants. It is a prime consideration when the next king is chosen, although not all of the other 9 kings who preceded Rhaegal had it. So it's not required, but it does seem like if it does show up in their line, that it makes them a rightful heir. So in other words, if somebody does have it and then like an older brother didn't have it, it seems like the succession would jump over them, which would make him a target for his other brothers, all things considered. I'm wondering if the Mark of the Blessed is like, it's got to be some form of Jade that's like embedded in their DNA or something, right? That's my guess. Don't know if that's true or not. But yeah. I don't think we've ever seen him without gauntlets on. We'll have to keep an eye out and see if he ever has them off in any cutscenes or anything. But my guess is that he never takes them off and that we're looking at some royalty right here. What are you laughing about?
Come on, ask me why I'm so happy.
Why are you so happy?
Why are you so happy, Reynolds?
Iskarian just told me that I've become a really great archer. I suppose he is a good teacher. And I've been practicing like a madwoman.
I did think that your accuracy had improved of late. But I had no idea that Iska...
Yep, Iskarian's amazing. And he doesn't just know about archery. He understands politics too. He's been telling me all sorts of stories about the continent. I hope I can be like him someday.
You grew up hunting in the harsh wilds of Northfield, didn't you, Rickles? It takes talent and experience to survive in an environment like that. Iska likely saw that in you and decided to help you fulfill your potential.
Thanks, Andreas. Sometimes you know exactly what to say, don't you? Not as much as Iskarian, though.
Oh, really?
That was rude, Rickles. Okay, we'll take the money. Okay, Islair, Lorraine, Shivat. Head of development, and the researcher, Iskarian. Okay, we gotta talk to everybody, man. Alright, cool. You guys gonna ask for money?
You got a moment?
You look like a man in need of some shiny new weapons.
No.
Our current arsenal serves us well enough. You say that, but I bet you didn't know about the new refining apparatus that's been developed using Jade.
How about this?
It produces far more lethal weapons than you'd get usually. I'd say it's a smart investment.
Come again?
I'll get it sorted right away.
Aye.
Alright, thanks. You're gonna cost me all my money, man. Further increases gold earned on missions by 5%.
Listen.
Is there a problem?
No.
A valuable piece of equipment I need for my
it's just
experiments
that,
has been damaged. I see.
I am
I've had to put everything on
terribly
hold. Is this to be the end of our research into Jade?
I can't believe this.
How much would the repairs cost?
That's a huge
Pay for
help.
the repairs? And
Thank
goodbye money.
Ever so
I shall repay you
much.
with the results of my experiments.
Likely.
Just you wait.
No,
I'll
no,
give it 110%,
assuredly.
even if such a thing is impossible.
Hey.
Just be more careful with your equipment. Grants a max TP of 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure you're all set before a big expedition. I don't understand this chest. Is it just for like DLC things or something? We got something from it at the beginning of the game, which I suppose it might be from pre-ordering. Because I did pre-order the game, and by pre-order I mean I literally did it the night before the game came out, but...
Oh,
Hey, Rias. Yes?
I have to tell
I've
the
decided to
truth.
volunteer at the dining hall, and I'm going to cook something that everyone likes.
How about it?
Could you ask Fred what he wants? If there are any fancy ingredients, you'll have to get them yourselves. What kind of dining hall makes you get your own ingredients?
Are you serious?
Hey, I'm the one cooking here, so no moaning. If you need to go hunting, I'll join you.
Aye.
Got it. I'll go talk to Fred then. Thank you. And no arguing about favorite dishes, all right?
Iska, I've been wanting to ask you something.
Oh, yes?
What exactly is a knight errant?
It's just a title I picked for myself, that's all.
And what made you pick that one?
It's a long story, but since you asked. I was once affiliated with the Knightly Order. I served a middling Eastfield noble, Count Rotus, having joined at an early age. This was a long-held custom for lesser houses such as my own, House Colchester. I joined thinking I'd be able to protect the weak. I was naive. We had received an order to raise the slums. They'd apparently been infiltrated by spies. Now, at that time, I had a lot of friends from the slums. Good lads, a lot of them, but verifying each person's innocence would be too time-consuming, so we were told to kill everyone.
Dark, dude.
I see.
You can see where this is going. I realized then the purpose of our order wasn't to protect people. And so what can a knight in an order like that hope to achieve? I had to leave and go it alone. Knight Errant was the title that came to mind. Someone unbound by any organization, following his own judgment and protecting the people.
I see. Was that experience why you were reluctant to join the Blue Foxes?
Yes. And you should know that the resolve I felt on that day will never waver.
I'm sure it won't.
Okay, a little bit of backstory.
How about this?
A request has arrived from the government. We're to eliminate Imperial forces in several regions. Well, success will be rewarded with another upgrade to our training facilities, I expect.
Yes.
Precisely.
Not bad.
Worth the effort, then. We'll get going. The royal government has not ordered the naval base to be recaptured.
Suppose it can't
We
be
must curb
helped.
our impatience and continue to carry out our missions.
How about this?
Hey, Fred, Izzy is offering to cook us dinner. Is there something you fancy?
What's that?
Is she now? And she'll cook us whatever we want? She will, but we might have to fetch the ingredients ourselves.
Oh, really?
That's fine with me. Takes me back to the good old days.
Aye.
Those times Zoroark took us to the mountains. You gathered the ingredients, Izzy did the cooking, and I carried most of the firewood. Truly the good old days.
Oh,
Well,
really?
getting back to food, I rather fancy that meat I used to like.
Anyway,
If you mean wolf meat, we should take on a civilian request. 2 birds, 1 stone, right?
Hail!
Absolutely. I look forward to a good hunt and a good meal.
True.
Ivangar was first in line to the throne. His death may cast the kingdom into chaos. And of course, there's only so much we can do to prevent it.
Has there been any more news about the situation in Tagaria?
Donovar should be able to answer that question.
Yes. I did make a few connections within the Imperial ranks during my time as a knight. According to my source, General Zavatian has left the front. His Lieutenant Osmaldo is in charge. There's no sign they're preparing for a new advance, but we must remain vigilant nonetheless.
And what of the royal government? They remain content to watch and wait?
Yes, though the Lord's Council has put conscription orders in place throughout the kingdom.
Numbers alone are meaningless. Unmotivated soldiers do more harm than good.
Aren't the people keen to take up arms? That they might avenge Prince Ivangar?
Not keen enough to risk their own lives, it seems. The faction conflict is also a significant factor.
Faction conflict? What do you mean?
With Ivangar Shatham dead, the 2 remaining heirs are vying for the throne. Victor Shatham is second in line, and Staris Shatham is third.
Okay, there we go. We have names now. Victor and Staris. And then there's a sister.
The Lord's Council has split into factions, each of which is trying to influence the succession.
Needless to say, the faction which backs the right heir can expect to be amply rewarded in due course. This means that attempts to reclaim Tagaria may be more competitive than cooperative. With the faction seen to have contributed most to the victory, sure to win immense popular support.
So I think it stands to reason that neither of these other 2 brothers have the mark.
The council couldn't have picked a better time to start squabbling amongst themselves.
That's exactly why.
Staying united is even more important in times of crisis.
Maybe I'll put my feet up.
The unit's been getting involved in trading, but it doesn't seem to be going too well. Is that right?
So in summary,
The products are second-rate and they're selling to the wrong buyers. It's rather amateurish.
How about this?
Judging from your tone, I assume it's a field you have some experience in. I most certainly do.
that should do it.
If you provide me with some funds, I can set you up with a merchant I know. Well, if you can guarantee results, I'll certainly consider it.
Why, hello.
Just say the word.
All pain has left me.
This should be enough. I'll contact them right away.
However,
Thanks. You're sure we can trust this merchant of yours?
It's not a bad idea, is
Fear
it?
not, they're fully trustworthy. It's someone I made contact with while serving Lady Walterquin. She is not trustworthy. I don't trust either of you. You're both shady as fuck. And when you joined the Ardwolves, did that not bother them? Let's just say it
Sorry
wouldn't have
about that.
profited them to have cut ties. Don't worry about it, eh?
aye.
The only thing that concerns me is whether this is worth the money.
Why, hello.
Oh, it will be. Unlocks new items in the shop.
One enemy unit.
So the
Taken
Blue
down.
Foxes will be rescuing orphans. The Empire will sleep easy while we do charity work.
Wonderful.
The prince is dead. What did you just say? She laughed and said wonderful before this dialogue came up. The prince is dead and the base built to defend against Imperial invasion is lost. Exciting times. There is something deeply wrong with this girl. I was not expecting her to be terrifying when I started this game. Every interaction makes me fear that girl more. Anybody else?
Got a sec?
The Imperial army hasn't advanced beyond Tagaria.
Oh, I get it.
They must have suffered heavy losses on their side, too. Have you really had enough? Go on, stuff yourself, silly. The Baladin Wilds are close to the frontier. They're considered unsafe for habitation.
Is now a good time?
Hazards include monsters, natural disasters, and supposed supernatural happenings. Okay. What's our map button? R2. Okay, looks like we did all the subquest stuff here. And now we just need to complete some side missions for the other ones. Alright, what are our new items? What do we have? Some new accessories, maybe? Looks like it. Ooh, cool. Not that we could afford anything, but... How about items? Inflict stun on enemies in the target area. Revive an incapacitated target and restore half of their max HP. Inflict immobilize on enemies in the target area. Okay. New weapons are available. Okay, so we don't have anybody with claws or firearms yet. Do we think we'll get him in this chapter? Wow, we don't have enough of the gold bar things. Gotcha. %of damage dealt is HP. Interesting. Damage received 30% when HP is 25% or less. Deals extra damage equal to the amount healed. Okay. Effective against bows. Increased damage dealt. HP. Okay. Prevent knockback. We're gonna take this one. Okay, both of those are level 18s. What level are we right now? Okay, everything is level 18 right now. Okay, we're starting to earn more money from these things too, so that's cool. Kill the Imperial spies. Eliminate the spies that have infiltrated the kingdom. No good can come of letting them wander free. Make sure the job is done without fail. 6 minutes, nobody falls. Okay, let's do it. Write down the name of this. And let's go. There's no chest. Got a couple places to get some EP orbs.
Yes, I'm going.
I'll show you what I can do!
Fall back into ranks. Get ready.
Here goes. Here goes. Target eliminated. On my way.
Enemy eliminated.
Got it.
Understood.
I'm off!
Not done yet.
Next target.
Let's get going.
Okay, got him.
Got it. Let's get going.
Righto! I'll show you what I can do!
Fall back into ranks. Get ready.
Whoops, they're not going to trigger that now, are they?
Be gone with you. Next target. Got it. On my way.
Let's get going.
And now you will die.
You're not going anywhere.
We're not done yet.
The Empire!
Be gone with you.
The Empire!
Next target.
Got it.
Be gone with you. Target eliminated. Next target.
Live the Empire!
Got it.
Righto!
Got it.
Hurry up and die!
I'll show you what I can do! I'm off!
Fall back into ranks. Get ready.
I won't miss.
Be gone with you.
Long live the Empire!
Target eliminated. Be gone with you.
Long live the Empire!
Next target.
An enemy unit taken down.
Target
Long
eliminated.
live the Empire!
Yes, yes, I'm going.
Long live the Empire!
I'm off.
Okay, we got another Bahamut. That's good.
Righto. I'll show you what I can
Fall back into ranks. Get ready.
I won't miss.
It's good damage. Ooh, this is gonna hurt.
Was that an attack or a mosquito bite?
Here goes.
You're not going anywhere.
Long live the Empire!
Got it.
Target
Long
eliminated.
live the Empire!
Was that an attack or a mosquito bite?
Yes, yes, I'm going.
We're gonna have to move this line up in just a minute.
Righto.
So, as much as I want to put that convalescence in right now,
Yes, yes, I'm going. Understood.
Got it.
All right, you lot. Let's do this.
I'm off.
Yes, yes, I'm going.
Be gone with you.
Long live the Empire!
Next target.
Everyone, all
Is that
together
all you
now.
have?
Fall back into ranks. Get ready.
Be gone with you.
Long live the Empire!
Next target.
Another one down. All according to plan.
Be gone with you.
Long live the Empire!
Enemy down.
they're not messing around. Damn. Okay.
Got it.
I kind of miss my fast heal right now. gonna lie.
Righto.
Men! In position! Fire!
Got it. Was that an attack or a mosquito bite?
Okay. Creates a restorative area that gradually restores HP to allies within it. Gets an extra 20% healing.
This isn't really my style.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to switch her out.
Here I come! Enemy down. Long live the Empire!
Everyone, all together now.
That all you've got? Ah, smarts! Here I come!
Yeah, those guys are tough bastards. Jesus Christ.
Be gone with you. Long live the Empire! Another one down.
All according to plan.
Be gone with you. Ah, that's smarts. This isn't really my style. Enemy eliminated. Live the Empire! Moving out.
I'm off.
Form ranks, mount the defense. I won't miss.
You're not going anywhere.
Long live the Empire!
Okay, made it through.
I can still improve after all these years.
Okay, we need to go and talk to Lorraine to finish this out.
Capture successful.
The Imperial forces have been wiped out.
How about this?
Were any losses suffered on our side? They were no more successful in harming us than they were in concealing their whereabouts.
Understood.
I see, but we must stay vigilant. Our next encounter with them may not be as straightforward.
Aye.
Well, if there is a next encounter. Allows a new skill to be unlocked on the skill tree. Okay. Okay, several of them are really close. Cooldown time, 20%. Take that. Increase damage dealt. Okay, 92, 90, 93. I feel like one of you should get a new weapon. Maybe Donovar. Let's see if we can get a new weapon for Donovar. Axe of Grace and Boomerang Axe. Too expensive for us right now. Alright. Well, I think this is where we're going to end this episode. So, yeah, thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And in the next episode, we're going to do another side mission and maybe get to a main mission, escort the priest as well. So, have a good one. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters, Darren York, ZTD, 7th Son, Len, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Andrew Smith, Molly, and Jordan and Emily Hill. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.